Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, going to be continuing on with the tradition of the King showcases and going to be using a unit we don't see an awful lot. I mean, ever since she was kind of released, in all honesty, even then when she came out, I didn't use her a whole ton. Now, don't get me wrong, the Valenti is like such a well-designed character when it comes to looks, when it comes to like upon their release, she was absolutely busted. And the Mark II Valenti is definitely one of my favorite characters like in the game, especially when it comes to PvP, whether it's the block effect, the passive, the fact that it's a unit that actually requires crit resistance gear to be good. I find it all super cool. But going to be using the original Valenti in today's showcase. I love the costume that they've got for her as well. Due to her passive, the decreases all enemies' pierce rate by the value of the hero's resistance at the start of battle, and basically she's going to be trying to make King's shields as tanky as they can be. In the last showcase, we used Omega Rugal and tried to just break the King's shields as easy as possible, and in today's video we're going to be doing the opposite of that. So we do have a 6/6, I mean, fairly strong ultimate in all honesty. The Rupture effect is a really good skill. The equipment here, we don't have any HP defense sets for her. As you can see, we have the attack crit resistance set, but we want it to be as tanky as possible. So we have the Ludociel set here, some fairly good rolls there, and jumping over to the costumes here, nothing super crazy, pretty much the bare minimum. But yeah, this is the team we're using today, using Gil Thunder in the back to kind of just increase that tankiness as well. If you guys don't know why you'd use Gil Thunder, his passive increases all our defense related stats by 30% in PvP, and a really good character. I mean, from day one in Grand Cross, this guy has been like easily like a top tier backline support. And quickly going to run over King's skills. Of course, we do this in every showcase. The first card inflicts power strike damage equal to 275% of attack on all enemies. The second card inflicts sever damage equal to 300% of attack on all enemies. The ultimate removes debuffs from allies and buffs from enemies. For each buff removed, increase damage taken by enemies whose buff were removed by 3% for one turn, then inflicts damage equal to 440% of attack on all enemies. And jumping over to the passive, when the hero uses a skill, increases damage dealt to enemies by 30%, then creates a barrier around the allies equal to 15% of damage dealt for one turn. Sorry, such a long passive, I get lost in all the words, but decreases damage taken by 100% and increases damage dealt by 25%. So using Valenti's passive to kind of buff King's passive in a sense. And jumping over to the equipment here, once again, fairly good rolls, not as good as the Ludociel gear, unfortunately. And the costume here, we actually changed. I've been using this black kind of costume for all the other showcases, but decided to switch up to probably what's known as the best costume. I don't know, I reckon they're both like easily amazing costumes. I just prefer the black and red one in all honesty. But yeah, this is the team we're using today. Going to be using Evade Food. I feel like that's going to be our best bet, and let's jump right into it. Here we go, and our first opponent, a Barn Terry team. I mean, definitely keen to see how this is going to go. I really hope he does some... Ooh. I mean, I know we're kind of trying to show off the shield damage, but there's no way I can't just try and go for the turn 1 kill. I really doubt we'll get it, since we haven't got like a crazy amount of like support for King. The Gil Thunder in the back isn't helping out an awful lot, and we're really only getting like the 1 stack from the Gotha passive due to Valenti being a human. Still absolutely wiping Arthur though, goddamn. King is something else, man. I can't stress it enough. With actually the Valenti, I didn't even think about this. We do have the defense related stats decrease card, which could come out quite handy in all honesty. I might actually see... Actually, we could hit some really good numbers here. I might throw out the rank down and... Oh, I didn't even think about the rank up, sorry. I didn't even think about the fact that we started the evasion food. Didn't even get to see him do any damage to us there. We'll chuck this one out here. We'll chuck this on the Twigo just to try and increase that damage as much as possible on him. Kind of just try and feed our numbers off of the rare character with the crap stats. Throwing that one at there. Terry getting the counter that, even if that was with the King, the counter applies before the shield. And surely this just absolutely wipes. Twigo survived, are you kidding me? I mean, hey, 600,000's some pretty good numbers to say the least. And I mean, just due to the fact that it's the first match, I mean, yeah, look at that. That's pretty much going to be the stock standard, I feel. We'll throw this ultimate off. It's not very often you get to see the King's ultimate, just due to how easily he just completely wipes teams. That animation as well is sick. 400,000. 2-6, that's pretty good. Finally up the Champions one now, so going to be facing the elite of the elite and another Barn team, Barn here. Probably my preferred team in all honesty when running Barn. I really doubt this Barn will be using Dodge Food though, so we'll go for the 2 AoE cards here and let's see what we can do. I mean, we are pretty much guaranteed to kill Kyo here. Kyo is just such a squishy unit. I'm like, I mean, I definitely feel as if though, like, the Escanor meta was definitely the worst meta he'll ever see. Although King is like a blue unit, and it's obviously just going to absolutely tear through red units with low crit resistance, Kyo just does so much better. Like, Escanor is just such a, like, powerful unit in those, like, flood cards that he does, that Kyo just would not stand a chance. And, like, although, like I said, King's a blue unit, Kyo's just gonna have so much more survivability just due to the fact that he's AoE. Let's see though, we'll go 1, 2, and I think actually I might move this one, force myself to get the ultimate. I mean, if we're only using the one card as well, then we'll go 1, 2, and 3. A little bit indecisive there. Good to see that we're going to see back-to-back matches with ults, and due to the fact that he also has the gift effect up, we will get to see like the full ultimate remove, debuff remove. This is actually going to be extremely hard hitting. I'm really can't. This is, if we don't hit 1 million damage here, I'm going to be disappointed to say the least. Look at that though. Like, don't get me wrong, the charge card isn't the strongest card in all honesty. The detonate's quite a bit stronger. Still managed to break the shield there, yeah. I mean, still, we haven't really taken any damage whatsoever. I'm going to throw this card out here just to get the damage increase. I feel due to the fact that we have so many ignites on us, there's going to be quite a lot of damage reduction, yeah. So we'll remove those. This is going to be a... Oh no. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. Oh no, you've got to be kidding, right? You've got to be kidding. I feel like an absolute fool right now. I didn't even think about the fact that he had the Nameless Dance card up. Oh well, I mean, what can you do? We're gonna go for... We're pretty much just gonna stall out another turn and do the same thing. Throw that one out there. Okay, this time, we pretty much could have thrown out the King card there, given us a bit more survivability. I am just... Ever since that play, my mind just went out of it. Okay, we're gonna throw this ultimate off, making sure we don't throw a card off beforehand so we don't lose the ult gauge, and we'll see how much damage we can do. Actually, in all honesty, that wasn't a misplay. I was just waiting out another turn to get my Gotha stacks up, you see? It was actually big brain. And now that we've got like the full ignites on us, you see? I'm not just a complete fool. Throwing out the ultimate here, let's see what we can do. 1 million? Wow, not even 1 million, damn. I mean, pretty much wiping... Actually, I don't think he had the... No, he definitely had the gift effect up. God damn, I mean, hey. Still easy wipes with the King ultimate. Like, there's not going to be any team that can survive a turn with that ultimate in it. There's no way. And I know this is probably going to sound stupid, but you know what I just realized? Valenti is like... I mean, granted, we could still get a JoJo's Collab, but Valenti is probably the closest thing to a JoJo's character we'll ever get. Like, okay, so the... This is going to sound ridiculous. I'm going to go full send on... I'm going to throw out that card along with the 2 King ones just to show it off. The 2 arms are like a stand, and she has like the rapid punching. I know that sounds ridiculous. I don't know why I find that so funny. I mean, the chance of us... Definitely not soon. I definitely feel as if they're like a Fate Grand Order collab or like a Demon Slayer collab are probably like our highest chance of our next ones. They're probably also the collabs I want most in my opinion. I don't know, I definitely feel as if though a JoJo collab is like definitely possible. Only reason I think it's like pushed back is due to the fact that, you know, they do have all of the like collabs with like the Netflix series and whatnot, and the fact that we're, you know, they've said and whatnot in like the developer updates that like, you know, there are Netflix collabs being built. That would push it back a little bit, but it's kind of just strictly anime stuff. Granted, you know, these could be Netflix animes. I just feel as if though it's like less common that we'll get it sooner rather than later, that's all. Pretty easy match though, in all honesty. I mean, Elizabeth just doesn't really hold up to the competition nowadays. She's fallen off so goddamn much. And let's say an assault melee team. I definitely feel as if though there was like a period a couple weeks ago where I was seeing a whole ton of assault melee teams, and it was like super strange because like nothing had really changed. They hadn't really released any new like demon characters or anyone who could really support him. But I feel like, especially now with the release of King, there is absolutely no chance. Like, granted, you know, he's a blue unit and whatnot. Unless you're going to use kind of like a... Maybe like one of those Fraldron teams where like you fake and have him die just due to the fact that King's an AoE character, you have to attack and kill him. Unless you're using something along those lines, I feel as if though the demon team's going to be pretty much screwed here. Like, the shield just completely nullifies all of the damage the team would do. And it's not even like the Meliodas can use his rupture effect to kind of break the shield because they're grey buffs. Like, It's super strong. Look, he got a little bit of damage off there. I won't deny that. Also, the fact that Meliodas hasn't even got his 5th weapon yet. It's the weapon. The fact he hasn't got his 5th weapon yet is probably the biggest shaft in Grand Cross history. Gonna throw that one out there. That should just about wrap up the kill on... No, he's still surviving. Okay, damn. Rather tanky. I mean, in all honesty, like, even though I wouldn't recommend running the Demon team at like any point in this meta, if you are wanting to have like the best possible Assault Meliodas, and he is 6'6", I'd probably recommend HP crit damage gear. HP gear, just with how his passive works and whatnot, it just not only allows him to get so much more work done, but his allies as well. Like him being able to provide all those debuffs to the enemy is super helpful. And the crit damage with the ultimate just like gives you that huge jump when you get the crits that just gets those easy one taps. But we'll throw these two out here. That'll pretty much do us for this match as well. I'm hoping Chandler actually survives. Actually, that counter's going to come out before, yeah, the shield. That's fine, that's whatever. Throw this one out here. I'm hoping we can at least hit 1 mil once in this match, yeah. If he's not removing any like buffs or debuffs or anything, he's super weak, which like is understandable. And let's see a super long loading time on this one, so looks to be a real player. Also got YouTube in the name. Good to see. Ludo passive on everyone here. This could hurt to say the least. If he falls for the dodge food as well, this could be really good for us. Ludo teams are like such one-sided matches. Like you either just completely flog people or you have a Ludo cell in the front and there's no passive, and he almost just feels useless in a sense. But dodging that first attack there, which is super helpful. Don't really have anyone that can help break the shields for us, which is kinda annoying. What do we want to go for? He gets the shield, of course. Surely the level 2 card there will break the shield so we can get the damage off for level 3. I'm thinking that, or we can merge and use these two and try and like rush the ultimate. I really don't want to be taking... I really like... If that doesn't break the shield and we can't get like a strong king shield up, I really don't want to have to take any more damage than I already have. Just due to the fact that the Ludo passive is so strong. Yeah, look at that. Level 2 still doesn't break king shields. That is crazy. There we go, some pretty good damage there to say the least. Depending on what the card draw could look like here, you could definitely turn this match around. Ooh, yeah. Speaking of bad card draw, holy. This is like, that's the only thing about using like some of these old units like Mark II Valenti, or like even when using the Barn team and like you're using SR Griamore and whatnot in the front, like you can just get these god awful hands. And like that's why I like more of those teams where like you have these units like King who have double attack cards, or like even like I'd even say Margaret Barn in a sense, because like the other card is actually really good and at least helps you survive a little bit longer. And what looks to be another real player, ooh, using the same kind of team in a sense. I definitely feel as if though this guy, there's no way this guy doesn't have the dodge food to start us off here. We'll rank up King and then we'll go, just in case he doesn't, I think I might go for, this is, yeah, that doesn't give any damage down if it's used. The 1-star, we'll go for this one here. Even if he doesn't have the dodge food and we just end up attacking into him. Yeah, look at that, perfect. Throw the 7 card out there. Some nice damage. I mean, I feel like honestly, with the Tamil stance up and like the Valenti, this AoE card here, when it gets like the 2-star, it gives like the attack decrease. That could be even tanky. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself in all honesty using the Tamil. Look at this just god awful hand though. The Mark II Valenti card, she must have higher card rate. There is no way we're getting this many cards of hers. In saying that though, we've been getting pretty lucky. Like we've had 3 rank ups this match already, which is really good. Please don't break the shield. Oh my god, that could not have been more perfect. We'll rank up King, I just still feel like this isn't gonna kill, which is the scary part. Why not? We'll give it our best shot. We'll throw the defense related stats decrease. I probably should have thrown the damage decrease, the AoE card we have here. Hey, never mind, that crit at the end basically sealed it. We killed King, which pretty much means we've won this match, unless he has like a barn or something in the back that could. Yeah, Green Guild Thunder in the back as well, which is why we're hitting for so little. I mean, it makes sense, he's using a tanky team like I am. Surely you put up the Tamil stance. Surely. Yeah, I want to see Tamil try and soak up all this damage we have. I mean, hey, the card draw definitely turned around in this last turn. I mean, That is just perfect right there. My card draw as well, when it seems I've been doing the Hasval grades as of recent, when I was using the Green Elizabeth, I would just get an absolute crazy amount of her, just like buff removal cards and no cleanse cards. Now that I'm using the King, I seem to be getting the same amount of his attack cards, which are a lot better than Elizabeth's cards in all honesty. There we go, yeah, killing the Tarmiel off there. Can we maybe get a forfeit? Surely? I mean, it's a real player, yeah. Look at that, there she is. Ended up forfeiting those last 2 matches, and thank God we rematched into him. Okay, I ended up forfeiting against this guy so that we didn't get into Challenger, and oh, would you look at that? I mean, the card draw is just immaculate to say the least, my guys. Okay, ranks up the King, goes for the typical starting hands. Really hoping we can win this one. If we can win this one with the Valenti in the middle, I would be surprised, that's for sure. Okay, this is the scary part, seeing how much. Honestly, we tanked that fairly well. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for the ultimate here. If we go for that. I mean, I was actually thinking of like, you know, just going 1, 2, and 3, but this is just a much better play. Surely the level 3 Power Strike card breaks shield instantly, yeah. Perfect, and then we attack with the Sever card, and even more damage, would you look at that. Now that we have the ultimate here, unless he can break the shield and put the, even if he puts the block effect on our King here, he just doesn't have enough health to survive. Yeah, look at that, easy for, I mean, that was entirely due to our starting hand. Here we go, and our final opponent to wrap up the video, a Escanor Liz team with a crazy amount of CC as well. We haven't seen anyone in these past couple of videos with 330,000 CC, and like I know that's like a crazy amount, you're not usually going to see it, but it is definitely possible. I don't think I've actually ever seen an opponent with 330,000 CC, like on my account at least. I know on the JP version you can burst some whales and it can be struggle city to say the least. I've definitely found myself saying that as well, to say the least. Should probably stop that one. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, he's got a crazy amount of CC and like his Escanor's super strong. The evade food saves us, and I've been saying this every single video. If you are looking to climb, please use evade food. There is no better option at the moment. Like, it's always been a good food, that alt gauge food, CC food, and for the Barn team, HP food. At the moment, there's just nothing that can really compete. Like, if I had had CC food and lost the CC battle at the start, his Escanor wiped my King, even if it was only by 1000 CC. Like, and if you're not going first, it's basically like you're going into the battle foodless, unless you've got like a Ludo or something in the middle that actually like has a passive that gains from it. It's almost like if you go second, it's just thrown out the window. So using dodge food, I mean, if you can go first and have dodge food, you're at such a big advantage. Granted, you know, if you're going first without like, I don't know, such good food. And look at that, Patiencing the Pumpkin. I mean, granted, it is a fairly weak card. There we go, we'll give them the salute, and that is it for the video. Definitely happy with how this one went. Did we... I don't think we had any losses, did we? I'm not too sure. I've been trying to do a couple more matches with these actual King teams, just due to the fact of how quick these matches end. On my first video I did of him with the Keo, that one was only 10 minutes, with like 7 or 8 matches. And there we go, that just about does it for today's video. Super fun team. I'm definitely gonna have to give the Tarmiel variant a try, that's for sure. This might do it for the King showcases just for a little bit. I want to try out some counter teams in all honesty, and super close to my next Holy Relic, so also going to try and do a couple showcase on that one as well. But there we go, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.